this company is buying items for their menu, determining their unit price and quantity, and coming up with the line total. That is how much it will cost for all of those purchases at that unit price. So looking at the line item, the cell contains a formula. And so as we go down, we see that that formula is there. So it is automatically calculating it. I'm going to use the fill handle to drag it down. So it will continue to calculate for each of these rows. And so it is the unit price multiplied by the quantity to determine the line total. The subtotal is how much will it cost the company. So I can already type in equal sign, and Google Sheets is predicting that based off of the data, we would want to add these cells of the line total. That is true. I'm just going to click it. And so the formula is going to calculate to find that it will be $417.55, which that would be what we would get if we added them up. Now, when we're buying things, it's not just paying the price. There's also tax. So our next row is saying what's the total with tax. So let's say that we're going to have another formula to calculate. If we choose the subtotal, that is everything, and we're going to multiply it by 6.5% tax. 6.5% is also known as 0.065. With the percent sign, though, you could notice as I was typing it in that originally at 6.5 it would be 2,700. With the percent, it is correctly recognizing that 6.5 is not just taking the price and multiplying it 6.5 times. No, we're looking for the percent of. And so another way to say that would be multiplying by 0.065. In any case, we get a total with tax would be $27.14 is going to be the tax on that total. So then the grand total will be not the sum of everything, but we're just going to be adding up the subtotal with the tax. So then the actual total would be $444.69. But a last-minute change has led them to determine that they don't need so many Nutella and banana purchases. We're going to change that to 25. And the line total, the subtotal, the tax, and the total all are recalculated rather instantaneously once I put in that change in quantity. Let's say that Sabrosa found some discounts. So in this case, they need to figure out what the better deal is. Are they going to want to go with a total with a 20% discount? Or are they going to go with a total with $30 off the discount? So if we're going to find the total with 20% off, we would need to start by adding up how much it will be in total. And then with 20% off, that means they're only going to be paying 80%. So then we can multiply by 80%. Or you could say multiply by 0.8. That will give us the same result, and it will be $155.44 is the amount that they would pay were they to get a 20% off discount. If you wanted to see that broken out a little more, we could say, well, let's find the sum of the purchases. Let's find the discount amount, which would be the purchases multiplied by 20%, also known as multiplied by 0.2. And so they would actually get almost $39 off. And because they're not having to pay that, we would subtract those two cells, and that is how we get, let's make it a little wider. That's how we do get the 155.44. So our math checks out. We've done the calculation correctly. The other option they have is to get the total and have $30 knocked off the price. Well, I can already see that the discount of 20% off is greater than $30 off. So it looks like we're going to recommend they go with a 20% discount instead. Anyway, we're going to find the sum of the rows 3, 4, and 5. Those are the purchases. And then we're going to just say subtract 30 because we're taking $30 off. Comparing the discounts, they would either pay $155 or $164, and so that leads me to recommend they use the 20% discount, as they would end up paying $9 less.